Welcome everybody to our OP Digital Blueprint, the unveiling of success. Collins and I today are going to be talking about ONet and why it's so different from the other social media platforms that are available out there, and hopefully to give you some ideas as to how you can offer this to others, because let's face it, once people start using ONet and they can have a little bit of savvy there, they can work out that they can click the become an affiliate button and start to make an income. So over to you, Collins.
Hello, Andy. Welcome, everyone. We are here again today with OP Digital Blueprint, unveiling success. We know what success means. Means we are bringing success to your doorstep using the ONPASSIVE product. So I'm happy to be here. I'll be talking about ONet, our social and the most excellent social media platform available right now in the market, and it's all for free. So Andy, do you want to say anything? Let me give it over to you.
No, you start with the features, my friend, and we'll go through them one by one.
Yeah, so let's really look at ONet. We already know it's a social media platform and it's driven by AI. It is AI driven, and we know how AI is important today in the market. So when we look at it, we know you can send pictures to your family and friends. You can send audio messages. You can send video messages. And we're talking about an unlimited product. So let's dive a little bit deeper to see the basic features that are available within ONet. Most importantly, we're talking about podcasts. We already know podcasting tool. It is not free. If you look at it online, it's not free. But ONPASSIVE has integrated podcasting tool into ONet, and it is all free for you. So Andy, do you want to talk about the benefit of podcasts?
Yeah, absolutely. I did a little bit of research on this, and I found that you've got a beginner level and you've got an enterprise level for podcasting. So some of these channels charge you £40 an hour to set up your podcast and do these things and put them out there. Normally speaking, the average is between $250 and $300 to set up a podcast, and then it's generally speaking a one-off payment of either 200. Well, I found that one of the minimum ones was $299 for a basic version. Now, as Collins quite rightly pointed out, we've got a free version. What does that mean to us? Okay, so you want to set up a podcast and a regular podcast. You've got to understand that the other media platforms are very much suppressed with what you can and can't say. Right? This is important to understand. So if you're setting up a podcast for any subject whatsoever, you have free reign. It's free speech, guys, as long as it's not hate speech. It's nothing to do with, guns and ammunition or pornography or anything like that. So this is ethical. Now, if we're talking ethical, you have free speech, so not a problem. But just think of that as this is a free opportunity for you to use. Now, that podcast opportunity, you can then link with OConnect and record yourself as you go along. Is that right, Collins?
Yes, very right, Andy. So you can link everything, and it's a very, very good tool because I've started using it, and it's amazing. And to be honest with you, when you look at podcasts, you can upload. Say you have an audio, listen to that audio, the music. The moment you upload it onto the podcasting tool in ONPASSIVE, the sound is different. It's so clear, so nice. And those who've listened when I played it on Heroes, they said, my goodness, it's like, it's like they've added extra beat within the music or the sound. Your voice is so clear.
Do you think this is the AI technology that takes over to do that? Do you think?
Sorry, Andy.
Do you think that that's the AI technology taking over to clarify crystal clear?
It is, yes. It is the technology behind ONPASSIVE. Ash have already explained about the technology that is running behind ONPASSIVE. You know, when we look at it, everything within ONPASSIVE is so nicely done. So you can take an ugly image, upload it onto ONPASSIVE. What this is a beautiful image. And you say, my God, this is something different. So it is something that is so powerful, podcasting too, and I really love it. You know, I'm using it every time. I just want to put something there just to listen.
Obviously, with some podcasts, they're video conferencing scenarios, and with you know, integrate it with ONet. We've already seen on ONet when you put a video up, it's in HD quality. So this changes things for people, definitely. Okay, great. What's the next feature that you'd recommend then, or look at?
I will talk about Club. Club is so secure. It's one of the tool. So you know, you can create a club just for your friends and family, or of people of the same interest. You know, what will that really do when it comes to the benefit, Andy? Because club, I know it's really useful. I know a lot of people will love it, especially when they want to keep themselves together. So what do you think the benefit will be?
Well, let me give you an example, Collins, because I think that's the best way to go about this. I'm part of a golf society. It's a group of guys that get together, play golf in different locations on a fairly regular basis, and they currently have to pay every month to use a website. Now, the simple fact of the matter is that everybody is still a private club, so if a new member joins, they get an invite to the club, but they can then upload and discuss events, videos, and put schedules on and do everything that the website could do, but they could do it for free. Now, it's a lot easier, from what I can gather, it's a lot easier for me to upload things onto the ONet club than it would be for me to try and upload onto a website, because I don't understand how you do it unless you've got admin access and you've got to put it in the right position, and it creates a problem. So, but the club allows you to put add documents on there. So the document could be the fixture list, and anyone wanting to view it, they just click on it and away you go. But that's a saving on the website, a big saving on the website. Now, you can have fishing, you can have car clubs, you can have golf clubs, you know, knitting clubs. I know Comfort would love that one. And various, it doesn't matter what the club is. I think, you know, even if you had football clubs, for instance, and you had one for Chelsea, one for Tottenham, probably not a good example, one for Man United, one for Man City, and so on, you know, all of the fans could be part of that. But the beauty of it is, Collins, that all of a sudden, because you're now part of this club, you're registered into ONPASSIVE, and technically, just by being part of the club and clicking on the become an affiliate section, you start earning an income. Now, who's ever been in a club where it's not cost them money? The Golf Society is a good example, as I said, because we do quite a lot for charity. So every time we play, we raise a little bit for charity, and at the end of the year, we give something away. So people could, if they wanted to, be able to start using things like Oh Bless at the end of the year. So we create a club that then is set up that allows us to then pay into the system using our wallets. Fantastic. So what's next then, Collins? What's the next best
That's brilliant. And one of the things with Club, you know, when you create it, you can crop the pictures, any image you want to. It's not like any other site where you have to crop it outside, find a cropping tool, crop the picture to get the right size before uploading it, because the system will not allow you. But in Club, whatever size you have, the system allows you to crop it based on the acceptable size of ONPASSIVE. And then you can just push the button and upload everything. Beautiful.
That's fantastic. And one of the key features, obviously, of the ONPASSIVE ONet is the fact that we own our own pictures. They can't be used for anybody else. These are ours. They will always be ours. We can upload as many as we like without any issue, because we do not sell data. What does that mean to us, Collins? What's the difference between us and the other big one that everybody uses? They make a fortune, guys, a fortune, because they sell your data. every picture and post you put up, they own. They can use in any way, shape, or form they want to. Now, again, I'm going to give you a really good example. I thought this was amusing at the time, but I feel very sorry for the guy it happened to. The likes of the FBI, the CIA, and MI5, etc., use the information on Facebook. They get 10 times more information from Facebook these days than any other method they've used in previous mining details. Okay, so this particular guy decides he's going to go for a weekend in New York. And what his words, he used an English phrase, I'm going to blast it in New York. And when he landed, they took him out the back and interrogated him for 48 hours and sent him home, thinking that he might set off a bomb. No, I'm just going to go and paint the town red. I'm going to go and have fun. But no, he was interrogated and sent home. So, yeah, we have a totally different system. We will not sell data in any way, shape, or form, and everything you post is yours. Yeah, so make that very clear.
Yes, that's really true. ONPASSIVE would not sell data because there is no need. They have the products, lot of products, so there is no need selling data. Our CEO have assured us with that. Now let's look at the next feature, Andy. Blog. Blog is another powerful feature we have in ONet. So easy to use. It's so easy, unlike the other bit where you have to struggle to create a blog. This is just drag and drop. Choose your size and drop it in there, plug it. And so what will be the benefit for those who are bloggers?
Well, again, it boils down to cost because, again, I did a little bit of research and most of the blogs seem to be, if you want to post blogs on a regular basis, it costs you money. Generally between $20 and $60 a month, but there's a setup cost as well. So the setup cost can be anywhere between $50 and $200. Why pay it if you don't need to? And by the way, get paid to use your blog because you're bringing customers in. Fantastic. So not only can you make money from what you're advertising via your blog, yeah, but you can also make money from the customer base that's growing within your customer base as people click on your link and register to look at your blog. Fantastic.
Great, Andy. And that's really a powerful tool. As we said, it's easy to use. It is there available in ONet. Now let's look at the next event. Remember, we used event last time. Peter Rogers created an event when we had the Manchester event. So this tool is also powerful and it's integrated with the calendar. So whatever event you create, you can see it on your calendar. So Andy, talk a little bit about event and what is the advantage, the benefit for us to have event, in ONet.
The calendar is a powerful tool because, as we know, we kind of get notifications, particularly of things like birthdays and live events that come up or events that come up. So, never get left out again. At the end of the day, you want to make sure that you're part of an event. You've got a calendar, put it in the calendar. It automatically does that. And certainly for birthdays, you never miss another birthday. So every single one of the connections that you have has their birthday in there. And you just go on and go, oh, it's so-and-so's birthday today. Let's say hi and wish him well. So it's a phenomenal opportunity. Listen, we all use a calendar in one way, shape or form, and there are so many different calendars that you can use. I'm a dinosaur in that respect and still use a paper calendar, but that will change because the calendar that we have with OMail and with ONet allows me to put everything on nice and simply, nice and easily, and then I can refer to just one instead of 3 or 4.
yeah, Andy. So yeah, normally we can look at it and you can do, we have like other functions like scheduling where you can schedule a post. Is there any great benefit on scheduling? Because I know there's a lot, but I just want to come from your own angle.
Well, yeah, let's have a look at that because if you're scheduling a post, let's put it a slightly different way. If you're going to schedule a post that you're aiming at a certain target, let's say we want to do one for guys in the States, there's no point of posting it at 2 o'clock in the morning their time. The object of the exercise is to put it into the market when they're likely to look at it, because otherwise there are so many other posts that's gone through, they never get to yours. So you know, you can work out roughly a good time, which is normally after work. Let's say 7 o'clock. Perfect. Let's schedule it for 7 p.m. US time, because that's my market. That's what I want to look at. So yeah, it's very powerful in that respect.
Yeah, fantastic. And you can tag. You know, we have the tagging function where you can create a post and you can tag it. You know, you can tag many individuals as possible. And we know there's a great advantage because people do forget if you don't tag them. But Andy, do you want to talk a little bit about tagging?
Tagging's a good one. You want to make sure that your post gets to the right environment, the right people, and therefore, if you're tagging people, particularly those, let's say for argument's sake, that you've got an event coming up that you know will interest a certain type of people, you can go through the list and tag those people that you know it will interest, and make sure it comes up on their screen so that they can then have a look and go, oh yeah, okay, now I see that. If you just put it out to public, the possibility is that they won't see it, but they'll see that notification and go, let me have a quick look. Yeah,
that's really true, Andy. I didn't even see it in that light, but you've just said it all. And again, let's look at the whole ONet. Everything is just integrated within one application, so you don't have to, go from one screen to the other, too many pop-ups. Like for instance, you can chat with your friends, but you're not losing the screen. The screen is just directly in front of you, so you are doing everything on one screen. Is there any benefit about that, Andy?
It comes back to the whole ecosystem, the single sign-on scenario. You can hop from one thing to another within a single sign-on and not have to worry about it. I don't have to have one massive browser open with all these different things. Oh, I need to go on there, and then I'll take that off, and it slows my computer down. So ultimately, if you've got one single browser open for your ONet, and then you decide, right, I need to go to ONet, you just link to ONet. Perfect. It's a time saver. I don't know about you, Collins, but I must have 15 things open on my browser, and every time I close it down, it opens back up with those 15, so that I don't forget what I'm trying to look at or have to look at during the day. Yeah. So I've got Facebook up there, I've got LinkedIn, I've got the YouTube channel up, I've got my two main email addresses, and so on. I've got lots of other bits and pieces. So having this in under one single sign-on, you just go, okay, well, I move from there to there. It makes life easier, and my computer is not the fastest in the world either, so having all these browsers open slows it down a little bit, to say the least.
Yeah, and there's one thing, when I look at it, which is very powerful with ONet. So we're saying ONet, offers, a target advertising opportunities to individuals who want to increase visibilities in anything they have. So is that an advantage that we're giving that?
Oh, absolutely. Listen, if you've got a business that you're trying to promote, and you've set up a club, for instance, within ONet, and you start tagging people for what you're doing, there's lots of different products out there. But for argument's sake, we'll go back to golf, because I know that one. That's nice and easy. So if I've got a golf club, and then I'm approached by somebody that sells golf clothing, for instance, and we could always do a deal with that and say, okay, well, you can start putting your posts on our club to see if we've got interest, but we want something that go back to charity, for argument's sake. All of these little things, you're aiming at a specific target, so it hones your business down. Now, one of the things ONPASSIVE is going to do is it's going to massively increase the opportunities open to small businesses. Yeah, many small businesses pay for Facebook ads, etc. if you're doing it via ONet, it makes life so much easier, and I don't have to worry too much because, again, you've got the tagging scenario, you've got the club scenario, etc. And technically, you could, as a sales organization, set up a club for golf clothing and invite everybody. It makes life easy. You've got a done for you audience. Now, the thing that gets really interesting is when ONPASSIVE starts to bring in some of the other products like OCommerce and OMart, because all of a sudden, like Facebook has, if you like, we will have our own traffic within the situation, within the setup. In other words, we'll have millions and millions of customers that you can just tap into simply and easily by offering. Now, the difference is here, and this is the key, you cannot have a fake account. Now, what does that mean? If you go onto Facebook, and I've been caught out myself, you buy something on Facebook, it never turns up because it was a scam advert. You can't do that on ONet because at the end of the day, you have to prove who you are to be able to offer something and be able to have access to ONet in the first place. And we've seen this already with one idiot that decided to use a totally different name. I won't go through that. But what I'm saying is this changes the ethos of a social media platform. You can have as many accounts with Facebook as you like. And the problem is, I could, if I wanted to, be a guy called Bernie Madoff, for argument's sake, on Facebook. I can't do that here. Now, that also means that your children are safe. Okay, every single kid is safe using ONet. You cannot groom or troll children because you can't set up a fake account. They know who you are. You can't cyberbully. It won't be acceptable. You'll be thrown out, never to return, right? It just doesn't happen. So bottom line is you've got this beautiful system that allows all of these people to view in security and safety, keep their own data, etc., and be able to use the system to benefit their company and as individuals.
Yeah, fantastic. And you've just said it all. ONet is everything, so easy to use, is the best of the best social media platform now available in the market. And it can only get better. And the more the AI is induced. And one of the things I wanted to say, Andy, millions of people are using ONet now. Millions of people are in ONet now.
Already,
so those who are not using it, I don't know, you are missing a great deal. Honestly, I've never been on any social media platform other than ONet because it's so beautiful to use. Everything's just in front of you. And it's so easy. And if you have anything to add, just go, my brother.
Do you know, the one thing I like is, as you all know, I'm not exactly technically minded. So there's lots of things when I'm trying to work out what I do, and I am learning all the time, I hasten to add, because Collins is a great teacher. But what I'm saying is to maneuver around certain things, I often find very confusing. With ONet, I don't have that problem. It's simple and easy to use and upload photos, etc., and details. So it's nice, but it allows me to upload pretty much anything from, as we've said, a podcast, a blog, a video, photos. But everything is yours, guys. Everything is yours. It's not somebody else's. I don't know about you guys. A lot of people have YouTube channels. You put something on YouTube that they don't like, they close your account, right? Whether it's true or not, if they're told by, and this is great because Biden in his infinite wisdom has decided that they're not going to stop or bring in this law that said that you cannot suppress information. So that the US government can still suppress information today. Okay, it's not going to happen on ONPASSIVE. This is a privately owned company, all right, with millions of people using it. They can't come to us and say, by the way, you need to tell this guy he can't write that. It's called free speech. It's something we're born with and have the capability to do in any country. Yeah, so this is great. It's very strong, very powerful, guys.
Oh, I love ONet. So yes, this is it for ONet. Please, if you've not seen it, you need to take a look. Andy, is there anything we're missing in ONet?
I think the fact that you can post private or public is also quite key. So again, for the clubs, for instance, they can post just for private. So just the people within the club will get information. If you want to post to the public, you can do. You can personalize your feeds and make sure that you hide posts that you don't want to see or can't be bothered with, etc. So yeah, bear these in mind as well. They're great opportunities to not see what you're not interested in. I think I said that right.
Yeah. So you can hide.
Okay.
You can hide anything. You can create it for friends.
Yeah.
Public, private. So honestly, it gives you the ability to choose what you want. That's the beauty about ONet. All the functions are there, and you can decide what you want. So you create a club, a private club. You can just give right for those who want to come, and you can refuse, because there are people who can come in and say, "Oh, I've seen this club. Can I come in?" No, bam, reject. No, we don't want you in our club. So it's just so beautiful for you to use. Honestly, word cannot express how I see ONet. Until when you go in and experience it, then you can tell for yourself. So Andy, if you want to add more.
I was hoping there'd be a few questions in the chat today, but no, nobody's got any questions. We must have covered everything. Okay, so great. What we're going to do is on Thursday we're going to have a rundown of OTrim. So please join us. The details will be again in the back office and on various social media platforms, so that you can get a link and join us if you like. Please, if you have any questions or you're not sure of anything, whether it's to do with ONet, OMail, or as we're going to do with OTrim on Thursday, please feel free to join us. Thanks very much. We'll see you on Thursday, same time.
Bye, everyone. See you.